What was that situation like when Trey Lance entered the mix, and kind of your relationship with Trey Lance?
It was the same thing. Like actually, crazy thing is like I ran into Trey. I ran routes with Trey a couple years before that, prior indirectly without necessarily know who he is. This is when he was a young kid, and he was training in Atlanta with Quincy Avery and Dwayne Haskins. You know, my nephew at the time. So we were all running routes, and we were all out there. And I'm saying, like, these young kids, pretty talented. Like he gonna be really good. Like, and this young only got no facial hair. So it was like I met his dad that day, and we didn't talk much, but it was like that was my first encounter with Trey. And then I see his success that um, in college, and then you hear all the things they're talking about him, and seeing how everything happened, and he was such a talented player, and like trying to help him juggle all that is new. Like you go from nobody believing in you to all of a sudden everybody believing in you, and then everybody putting a lot of pressure on you to succeed right away. Like they want you to bring a Super Bowl now, and it's like, bro, I'm 18, like I'm 19, I'm 20. Like let me understand life a little bit, like, and it's like they don't. A lot of people don't understand the pressures that a lot of these guys feel. So it's like trying to help them understand how to, cope with that, how to, you know, absorb it, or how to maneuver within it, and know how to stay right in the middle, and just move with grace and try to just apply all the things that they learn from life, from their childhood, from their parents, from their core values. And it's gonna help you stay and fight through all this madness.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I mean, even right now, obviously we understand like the current situation. Like it's been a week since
Mhm.
Trey Lance was traded, and that it's just crazy to kind of like look back because he's still only 23 years old. Like
Right, it's only
there's
23.
I think he was like younger than like 80% of the quarterbacks that entered the draft this year. So, what do you see with Trey? Like, because clearly his story isn't over. There's
Not at all.
plenty of football left, plenty of growth, personally and as a player. Well, just what do you see like with Trey moving forward and kind of his overall outcome?
I see a hungry dude that's gonna work his tail off to perfect his craft. Now that he has all the time to do so, you know what I'm saying? You know, like now that all he can do is become a pro, become the best quarterback that he can be. Just go out there and try to have that extra chip inside of you, not keep it on your shoulders where it's vulnerable, keep it inside you where you can hold it near and dear to your heart and just go after what he wants. Like, I know Trey is a person. I know he's a competitor, and I know once he gets his opportunity to go out there and ball, he's going to take full advantage of it. And it's just now he's just taking that rough road that I'm talking about to get into that peak to where he's going to be able to perform at his top level.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's been a tough situation for him, but like I'm sure you can relate and you kind of spoke to it. Like you go through some rough patches early on, it kind of hardens you, right? It kind of like you like already been through the worst. Like what else can happen? And like we just keep building, we keep stacking, and we just keep moving on. Cause again, he's 23 years old. So he's still got a full career ahead of him. Obviously, tough that it didn't work out with the 49ers with all the stuff that went down. Obviously, a lot of it was injury related and just not getting those opportunities at the end. But I think for the most part, we all wish him the best, and he's still got a big career ahead of him. And so hopefully, landing in Dallas will work out good for him and all that type of stuff. But also because you were on the roster at that time, we had some stuff kind of percolate this week. Jimmy Garoppolo, which again was throwing you passes throughout the years, was he called the quarterback situation weird. Kyle referred to it as unique. And as a player in the locker room, again, understanding the business of football, and it is what it is, right? They're going to bring guys in all the time.
Mhm.
Um, what's your perception of kind of that whole quarterback situation that played out in 2021?
I felt like it was, like you said, unique and different, and I felt like they had to handle it in the best way that they could. Like it was like a lot of expectations, and um, you can't always meet all of them, but you can try to you know, make new expectations for yourself and your team. And it's like trying to, sprinkle Trey in or build Trey in, but not force it upon them, letting them learn, and trying to have, Jimmy as somebody that he can learn from, but also Jimmy is as the leader of the team. So it's just a lot of different stuff that, you just had to roll with. And, us being, teammates and brothers, we all have to just work through it together. It's like, it's not much you can necessarily say or do with it. Like, you don't have control of what goes on. You just can control how you react to the situation, and that's what we all try to do. Just control how we react to whatever is going on and try to perform at our highest level.